motherfucker back up.
Yay, Mark!
Woo! All right. You ever wonder if Jesus walks around up in heaven like he's the spoiled son of a nightclub owner? You know what I mean? He just kicks the door in. Jesus in the house! Slapping the ass with all the hot angels and shooting fingers at people. What's up, Gabriel? How you doing? Oh, Biggie Pop, what's up? You having fun? You like this? My dad owns this motherfucker. Woo! Yeah. I went to a Catholic school my whole life, so I kind of always thought of Jesus as this spoiled asshole. I know what you're thinking. How can Jesus be a spoiled asshole? He died for our sins. But did he really? Really? His father's God. He owns heaven. That's like Mark Zuckerberg telling his children, you have to go to MySpace with Tom and the 13 other people that use MySpace, and if you choose to die for their sins, you can come back to Facebook. Okay. Tough decision, tough decision. So Catholic school was crazy. It was like a petting zoo for children who like to be molested. I remember getting communion and you go up and you do that little and you hear the preacher go, what's going on? And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, because Lord knows I'll take a dick. I'm not going to take a dick to become a better Christian. If I'm taking a dick, it's going to be like to get in with the Aryan Brotherhood if I'm ever in prison or something, you know? Like, hey, you got to go out in the yard and you got to shank a black dude or a Latino dude, or you got to take a dick from Adolf. Dick, please! We're outnumbered like 7,000 to 1 in here. Give me that dick! Crazy. Speaking of prison, is anybody down by like Bed Bath & Beyond see the security like guard / lifeguard stand that's in the middle of the parking lot? Like if you haven't seen it, it's a lifeguard stand that they took off the beach and put it in the parking lot and painted security on it and put a blue light on the top. Is there really a motherfucker in there with like some binoculars or something? Like what is his job? Is he supposed to just search the parking lot looking for a crackhead breaking into a car? And if he sees one, what's he going to do? Crackhead's going to be in the parking lot confused as a bitch. Did he just say there was a fucking shark behind me? And I love me some crackheads, boy. I love me crackheads. If you ain't from the hood, you can't appreciate crackheads, see? You just think they're crackheads. You don't know anything about their shopping capabilities. They come to your house once or twice a month, knocking on your door. Hey, Mark, I'm going to the store. What you need? And I tell them I need some deodorant. I need some razors. And then I throw them a curveball. I say, next month, it's Thanksgiving. Why don't you give me a turkey? Half an hour later, they knocking on the door with a big black trash bag over the shoulder. Hey, Mark, look, I ain't know what kind of deodorant you use. Right, so I got you Bishop Speed Stick, Baby Speed Stick, Right Guard. I ain't know what kind of razors you use, so I got you Gillette. I got you Pick, and then you said something about Thanksgiving. But what you just eat a turkey for? I got you stuffing, I got you mashed potatoes, I got you gravy. Love me some crackheads, man. But growing up in the hood, as a white boy, man, it was tough. You know, there was a lot of things they told me, Mark, you can't do. You can't do as a white boy in the hood. And I said, man, if I ever get up out this hood, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I did it. 21. Got up out the hood and did it. Got me a black girlfriend. Katrina. Her name was Katrina. She was fine. You know what I'm talking about. She was ghetto Barbie fine, yeah, you know, had the 5 interchangeable weaves and shit. It was like Egyptian, Arabian, and Indian, whatever one you wanted. Yeah. And I knew too, boy, I knew. First time I was about to get some, me and Trina was making out. Katrina was so wet that motherfuckers in New Orleans was packing their shit and leaving town. I am serious. Katrina was so wet when I pulled her panties down, a poor black family floated out on the car. Katrina was so wet, I had to write FEMA on my condom so I wouldn't come fast. That's a good ass joke. Think about it. That's a good ass joke. So we was making out, right? And she going, damn. liver, right? And she's going there. And she gets down there, and I hear this. You got a big dick for a white boy. And I was like, you goddamn right. And then it hit me. Wait a minute, I know my dick. What you talking about? And when I usually pull my dick out, it ain't like, and when I pull it out, it's more like, here's my dick. Then I thought, she's probably stereotyping. Chances are she hasn't seen every white boy's dick, but that put a lot of pressure on me. Because not only was she my first black girlfriend, I was her first white boy. So now I'm nervous. So I'm in that bitch stretching, trying to get ready, like I'm about to do my first skeleton run at the Olympics. Something I pulled on the corner, and I pulled out all the stops. I went over to the corner. I put my snow cassette tape in. It's like Informer, she know my number, so she know my name. I need to move on now. And then I hit her with everything I had. Everything. I'm talking from the Vanilla Ice all the way to the M&M. Had me hanging upside down off the bed like Suge was holding my feet. Don't drop me, Suge. Don't drop me, Suge. And then I finished her off with the M&M. I put my hood up, and I'm getting. And right when I'm about to come, I pulled out. And I came in my hand. And she turned around and looked at me. I just dropped it on her and walked out the room. So we didn't date very long. I went and got married and fucked everything else. Don't do that no more. I'm talking missionary. But anyway, I married a white girl, made my parents really happy. Hey, right? And then my sister shows up and she tells everybody she's knocked up by a black guy. But she's a single mom. And that's hard, you know what I mean? It's hard. And she asked me the other day, she said, can you help me give Tyler, that's my nephew, he's 6, can you help me give Tyler a bath? I said, yeah, that's no problem, you know, it's hard, you know, I just need a hand. So I go into the bathroom and I'm like, Tyler, get up, boy, we gotta get dried off. And he's standing in the bathtub like this, like he got a secret to tell me. I said, come on, boy, turn around, you gotta do something. This is the way down. But that's not what I thought. This is what I thought. Slow motion, he said. And I immediately was like, fuck, is that real? He's going, what? Wait, who the fuck? My sister gets mad as shit when I talk about this nigga. But I gotta tell everybody, because it's like a public service announcement. Like, 10 years, there's gonna be some hurt pussy sneaking out of that room, you know what I mean? Be some hurt pussy coming out the window going, I'll go see you tomorrow. I gotta go find me some frozen peas. Sooner than that, though, she's going to have problems. She's going to be in middle school real soon. Out on the playground with his dick out. I can see it now. He's going to be out on the playground with his dick out. Here comes some little boy going to run up and grab the tip of it. And he's going to stretch it all the way across the playground. Start whipping that bitch around like they're playing double dutch. Here come all the little girls lining up. It's big. It's big. Now let that big old dick is big. That boy is spoiled by God. I'm telling you, he gets spoiled by my mom. That's what grandmas are supposed to do. They're supposed to spoil. But my mom, she's a whole other trick. She got MS. So she got to struggle her whole life. But the bad part is every time I tell somebody my mom got MS, first thing they tell me is, you know who else got MS? Montel Williams got MS. No. Montel Williams got one motherfucking earring, alright? Unless you got 6 NBA championships, you need to take that motherfucking earring out, Montel. He's always on TV talking dumb shit, too. Hi. I'm Montel Williams. And before I got MS, I like to do white people shit like ski and duck hunt. And then MS paralyzed the left side of my body. So I got an earring in my right ear that haunts me out. What the fuck are you talking about, Montel? That's not how it works. Seriously though, Montel is from Baltimore, so He's in the Arundel Mills right now. Just joking myself. He gonna say something, oh, fuck you up, you talking shit about me. He's hood, man. Might as well hood as shit. You just don't know because he got one earring. If he had 2 chains, you know he was hood. But you can get away with shit in the hood. You can't get away with it nowhere else. You ever hit somebody with your car? I don't mean a car. I mean a person with your car. I have. On purpose. Now, I'm gonna tell you what happened right now. So we downtown Baltimore. I'm in the hood at the harbor, and I'm at a stop sign. I got my cousin and his wife in the back seat. I got my pops in the passenger seat. And we pull up to this stop sign, and there's this dude rapping to these 2 girls in the corner. And as soon as I hit the stop sign, he steps out in front of my car. And he does it. 1 second, though. Okay. He still just keeps on talking to him, so I hit the horn again. I said 1 second, motherfucker. So I said, okay. Hit that motherfucker. He rolled up over the hood, down the back of the car. Looked at my rear view, first thing I said was, I'm going to have to take a dick. But you know, you do that anywhere else, and one of the girls is going to be on their phone with the police, the other one's going to be writing down your license plate. Nope, not in the hood. You know what I seen when I looked at my rear view? World Star! Hit my car, motherfucker. Crazy, man, World Star, the internet. I hate the fucking. Well, you know what I hate about the internet the most, though? Not World Star, that's shit. Google. Everybody loves Google. I fucking hate Google. Google fucks everything up. Back in the day, if you got a good blowjob from a girl, you knew she was a hoe. Now she probably just Googled the shit. You get on Google right now, you type in how to and the letter F, and the third thing that pops up is how to suck dick. Google done fucked it all up for us. But the number 1 thing I hate, and this is the last story I'm going to tell you, that Google fucked up, is that village elder, that knowledge you could only get from sitting down one-on-one talking to your grandparents. If you wanted to know about a war back in the day, or anything that happened in history, you could just talk to grandmama and grandpa. Last story. I graduated high school. Now let me tell you about my father's father. He was an alcoholic, mean alcoholic. Chain smoker, had a half a foot because gangrene took it away. He had to walk with a cane. He was mean, but he tell you how it was. Just graduated high school, got my yearbook, and in my yearbook was a quote from my Latin teacher, and it was the best quote I ever heard in my life at that time. And it said, Mark, when the Red River's flowing, take the dirt road home. And I said, man, that is deep shit right there. That is deep, like, woo, my mind, that's Greek mythology shit deep. And me and my friends was sitting on our steps one summer. We lived in a row house, and we're sitting out there like the Goonies trying to figure this quote out. And my grandfather's sitting on the steps next to us, and I'm talking to my friends, and I'm like, you know, I really think that quote means when times are hard, you gotta pick yourself up. And you gotta try harder to get past them. And out the corner of my eye, I just happened to see my grandfather. And I'm like, hey, Pop, what do you think this quote means? And he stood up. And as soon as he stood up, all the hair on the back of our neck stood up. I knew we were about to get that knowledge you can only get from your grandfather. So we're sitting there, we can't wait. And here he goes. He gets up, grabs his hand, he walks over. Read it again. Okay. Mark, when the Red River's flowing, take the dirt road home. This is what he says, no shit. Talk about when your girl's on a period, fuck her in the ass. I'm Mark, y'all.